racing season traditionally starts with the running of the 24-hour endurance race at Daytona. This year, a record 38 GT prototypes were part of the field for the 23rd running of the event. The BFGoodrich team, fresh from a victorious 1984 season with 2 Mazda Lolas, was now entering 2 Porsche 962s. They would be facing some of the best teams and driving talent in the world. Many of those teams were also driving 962s, including Al Holbert, Derek Bell, and Al Unser Jr. in the number 14 Lowenbrow entry, and A.J. Foyt, Bob Wallach, and Al Unser Sr. in the number 8 car sponsored by Valvoline and Preston Henn. Competing against the Porsches were several new turbocharged Buick V6 Marches. John Paul Jr. set a goal in car number 45. 1984 Camel GT champion Randy Lanier was teamed with Bill Whittington and Al Leon in another Buick March. The 2 crowd-pleasing Group 44 Jaguars were back again with Bob Tullius, Hurley Haywood, and Brian Redmond. Car number 44 was later to lead several times during the race. The BFGoodrich team was at a disadvantage in that their cars were brand new to them. More importantly, these 2 cars were the only ones entered that would be driving on tires based on a street construction design. Would the experimental TA radials be competitive against the all-out racing tires of the other entries? The proving ground was to be on a torturous 3.5-mile road course at speeds reaching close to 200 miles per hour. Drivers of the number 68 car were Pete Halsmer, John Morton, and Dieter Quester. Their teammates in the number 67 car were Jim Busby, Rick Knoop, and Jochen Maas. They faced a dual challenge: drive slow enough to preserve the equipment, yet fast enough to position themselves for a victorious finish. After 10 laps, pole winner John Paul Jr. was still leading, followed closely by number 0 and number 14. But a mere 20 laps later, the Lowenbrow car had charged into the lead. The BFGoodrich cars were pacing themselves, running together but still moving up through the field. By late afternoon, they were in 6th and 7th place, both cars running smoothly. As night fell, the yellow flash of the safety car came out on lap 106. During the caution, both BFG cars pitted for gas and tires. The crew pushed number 68 out, not knowing that a disastrous crash would await it in just 2 laps. A slower GTO car pulled out in front of Pete Halsmer as the 2 cars were coming into the tri-oval. The number 68 car was destroyed. Halsmer was treated at the track hospital for bruised ribs and released. The number 67 car sped onwards, chasing the leading Lowenbrow car, the Jaguar, and car number 8, now driven by Terry Bootson. Later, after the Jaguar crashed and number 8 pitted, 67 was briefly in 2nd place. On through the night, now in the 3rd position, Jim Busby was forced to pit on lap 384 to repair a broken header. This unfortunately required a long stop. Morning found the car still in 3rd place, but over 30 laps down due to the mechanical problem. The experimental TA radials, however, were performing beautifully both on dry track and during periodic showers. Meanwhile, a crowded infield of spectators and enthusiasts were making their way to the BFGoodrich hospitality tent. Last year's Le Mans winning Lola was on display, along with a variety of product. Video displays drew a lot of attention, but of course the main attraction was the hats. Back on the track, and having led the race since lap 107, car number 14 now developed several problems. Al Unser Sr. gained rapidly, make several pit stops. A hopeful Jim Busby now chased Unser, while a fierce battle for fourth place developed with 3 cars on the same lap. With only 43 minutes left in the race, Bob Wallach passed the Lowenbrow car as it sat on the side of the track, a victim of electrical problems. The number 8 car won the race, traveling at an average speed of 104 miles per hour. As the cars crossed the finish line, the BFGoodrich team realized just how far they had come in developing the experimental TA radio.
Especially when it's a new effort, really, with this car, the BFGoodrich Porsche 962. Rick Knoop, you finished up the race. That'll be a good feeling just to bring this one home.
Oh, it's a fantastic feeling. BFGoodrich and the effort we had last year, and now to come back with the Porsches with a totally new tire, they work absolutely excellent, and it's really a privilege to be able to drive with Jim and Jochen.
Jochen Maas is a veteran of many 24-hour races. Jochen, how did this one compare as far as how it went for you? Of course, third place wasn't a victory, but you finished.
I think it was a very good effort from everybody, considering that the team really didn't have any experience with the cars, and the preparation, of course, was perfect. So we really had very little problems. And for a 24-hour race, almost nothing.
Jim Busby, the mastermind of this whole operation, looks good for the rest of the year, doesn't it?
Well, we're very happy. We come down here, and last year we darn near finished second with a Mazda, and we come down with the Porsches and do a good job. And we're very happy. This is our first race with these cars, first race on this new tire, so we're delighted.
Let's go to Chris Economaki.
After 24 hours of punishment, none of the tires had let them down. It had caused the crashes of both the number 44 Jaguar and the number 0 Creepy Crawly March. The BFG tires had worked superbly, delivering their drivers to a third-place finish. They proved their performance as better than the best.